Hey, everybody. Today is February 24th, 2023. I'm Gene, and you're hanging with Uncle. Man, I tell you what, it's been an interesting week, man. But before we get into that, um, if you have not, please hit that subscribe button and click that thumbs up, the like button. It really helps our channel out. Yeah. Wednesday I tested positive for COVID. Yeah, but I know I talked about it Wednesday. Man, the missus, it knocked her out. She was in bed for 2 days coughing, and I basically had very mild symptoms. So it's important to take care of yourself. Make sure you get vaccinated. It costs a whole lot less to get vaccinated than wind up in the hospital with respiratory disease from coronavirus. Right. Absolutely. We believe in the science. And now you know why I never bet. There you go. Congratulations, man. Well, even a broken clock is right twice a day. Yeah, so I tell you one thing, if there's a positive thing happening from coronavirus, it's I finished the jigsaw puzzle on the table, so I got that one done whole lot faster than the other one, man. That one was a son of a gun. But um, I watched a movie with Daniel Radcliffe, and it's called Jungle, and I highly recommend it. He definitely shows his range as an actor, and the story is very entertaining. I was, not bored for 1 minute watching this movie. Yeah, 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 yeah. He really. I remember one of the first things he did after Harry Potter was a movie called Horns, written by Joe Hill, which is Stephen King's son. And that is a very, number one, very well written story. And the movie was really good too. Daniel Radcliffe did a great job in that. Yeah, he's kind of like doing what Tom Hanks did with all the different things that he did. I'm looking forward to Daniel Radcliffe doing an entire movie monologue like Tom Hanks did in Castaway, you know? Yeah. 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 You know, and honestly, I promised my son I would watch it. I still haven't yet. He also plays Weird Al in the Weird Al story, so I definitely I think that's the next one I'm going to watch that he's done. Yeah, I enjoyed it, man. It was a good movie. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh. Okay. So just the way my brain works. Um, like I said, I'm a huge Harry Potter fan. I know how she is. I know what she stands and doesn't stand for. And every now and then I still go back and watch the movies just because they're really good movies. They have nothing to do with her other than she wrote the books. The movies have nothing to do with her. They're about telling a story, giving her money for allowing them to make movies. And if there's video games involved, number one, would be considered a job creator because now you have these people that have to develop the video game through whatever methods, graphics, or hocus pocus, whatever it takes to get a video game done. If you don't want to buy it because she might be related to it, then just keep your money in your pocket and shut up. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Again, it's a video game. There is no freedom of speech or freedom of the press. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I can understand something that's fantasy and not apply it to my real life and the current world I live in. Yeah. 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 I mean, I know that it is the nature of gaming. I guess, just come down off your high horse. You're not better than anybody morally. I remember somebody in the red letters of the Bible saying, "Let he who is without sin." So before you want to start judging somebody else, look in the mirror and ask yourself, do you really want to pick that rock up? Yeah, again, maybe there should be a block feature just to keep these trolls away from you and you keep doing what you're doing. Because here's the thing, man, there's 9 billion people on the planet, right? So let's just divide that in half and say half the people don't like J.K. Rowling and don't like this video game. That still leaves 4.5 other billion people that if invest a dollar a day in watching it on TV or buying a game or watching a movie, that's $1 billion a year industry. Which side do you want to be on? Yeah, right. Yeah, well, we're many years apart, but I think we think alike on most things. Yeah. Well, I want to talk about today this bullshit about wealth transfer. And for those that don't know what it is the top 1% or these rich people that are complaining that working class people just want a wealth transfer from the top to the bottom without having to work for it. They're freeloaders. They should work hard like they did to get this money. I'm going to stop there, man. What do you think? In their opinion, no. that's what we talked about during Super Bowl episode was remember how you and me, the taxpayer, built the stadium out there for them to play the Super Bowl in. And how much money did we get from revenue from the Super Bowl? But the owner of, the winning team from the Kansas City Chiefs was down there acting like he's the one who built it and all this is mine and look at all the hard work I've done and see how much money I have when he didn't break a sweat for shit except lobby the mayor and the city council to take tax money from its people to build a stadium for him who's already a billionaire. Yes. That is the definition of the new form of capitalism. It's just a different form of plantation. And so think about it. All right, let's take the owner of the Chiefs, okay? That's one guy. Maybe there's like minority shareholders or other people that own, but the top gun is the top gun. He's the major one. He makes all the decisions. He pulls the strings, right? And gets because you never hear who the minor shareholders are. You only hear about the big dude. Right. Okay. So you have one or few of those people. Then you have all the people it takes to build that arena or build that company or business or whatever with the backs, sweat off their backs while he sits in his jacuzzi drinking, ice drinks, talking about how hard he works. And he hasn't done anything except steal our money. But they want to talk about wealth transfer and people wanting to earn a living wage. I'm so sick of that bullshit. Right, and now think of all the employees that stay there that make the business run. while while you're sitting in your air conditioned office while everybody else is out there working to maintain the business that you've envisioned. Who's working hard? They don't want business people do not want to pay one penny more than they have to help anybody out that's making money for them. So think about it like this, okay? And this is how this has been ever since the 1980s when Ronald Reagan started stealing our money with trickle down economics. Um, Tax breaks have, all right, so like we used to write off the interest on our credit cards and cars, right? Can't do that anymore. Those tax breaks were taken from us, given to the rich, and boom, the wealth inequality and wealth transfer started, right? So that's been going on for 40 years. And so the earned income child tax credit you guys get, that expires in 2 years. But these tax breaks that are always going to the wealthy, like um, Just recently, the alternative minimum tax was taken away during the Tangerine Terrorist administration. That's just one example of tax breaks that they get. Another one is 3 cents of every dollar you pay at the pump goes to an oil company. They make over 50 billion, for-profit dollars every year. Why do they need our money? Mm-hmm. Right. Well, it's because of greed. That's all it is greed. Nobody knows the word enough. I can have billions of for profit dollars every year, and that's not enough. That's the difference. Uh huh. Yeah. Right? So the funny thing, I remember back in the 70s, we had the one of them old Ford station wagons. And my dad was so resistant on using seatbelts, but that car would not start unless the seatbelt was buckled. And I remember him just buckling, the seatbelt to the buckle and sitting on top of it and driving away without being strapped inside, man. But no, that feature was on cars 50 years ago. Well, and remember what we said at the very beginning. These people will not pay a penny more than they have to. If they're offering you $1 million, it's worth 100 million. Yeah, yeah, without a doubt, man. Well, again, fuck all those people talking about wealth transfer. Boo fucking who, you know? The trickle down was supposed to go down and help the people, that are work under the job creators, not for them to stash all their millions and billions of dollars in tax-free offshore accounts. Yes. Yeah. Sure. So sure, go ahead. Yeah. Mooring buoy, yeah. Well, normally those things are tethered, so there's like a weight at the bottom of them, almost like when you're fishing, and the weight is hanging at the bottom, and yeah, and the buoy's at the top. Just so the buoy line must have broken, is what I'm thinking. Yeah. Well, my dumbass of the week is Florida Governor Ron DeSantis. This moron, on the anniversary of Russia's unprovoked and illegal war on Ukraine, he's talking about how strong the Russians are, basically just, downgrading what we should be doing. We should be focusing on China, who's not doing anything to anybody right now except sending some balloons over. While Russia's shooting artillery and shit and rolling tanks into another country, we should be paying attention to China because he's a dumbass. He's he's he has not entered the race yet for the president for 2024, but all arrows are pointing to it, and it looks like it's going to be a dogfight between him and the Tangerine Terror. But I mean, God, they're both really that stupid. If that's the best that the Republicans have to offer, thank God for Joe Biden. Yeah, right. I heard so this whole thing about wealth transfer and stuff. I some guy responded like talking about the woke cancel culture. What the fuck does that have to do with trickle down economics? These, these people are that stupid, man. I know. Right, right. Because they try to invoke some boogeyman response like, oh, I should be on the Republican side because, oh, yeah, that's all it is. Again, they have the chicken little mentality. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, anyway, that's all the time we have for this week. Thank you for hanging out with us. I'm Gene. Yes, we'll see you next